Hi there, my name is Jonathan Baumgart. I'm the CEO of Atomic Consulting. In today's video, I want to discuss obtaining a cryptocurrency license in Labuan, Malaysia. So let's get started. So, Labuan, Malaysia has recently begun offering regulation for cryptocurrencies. The regulator in Labuan is known as the LFSA, which stands for Labuan Financial Services Authority. Now that's quite a mouthful, so for the purposes of this video, I'll just refer to the regulator there as the LFSA. So if you go to the website of the LFSA, you can look up any licensed cryptocurrency exchange by finding the Digital Financial Service Provider section. And if you're looking to apply for a license, then once it's granted, your exchange or your crypto company would be found there. This is unique to the other licenses that we do, for example, money broking or payments. There is now a specific type of license in Malaysia for cryptocurrencies, which I think is a step in the right direction for overall cryptocurrency regulation. So what I want to do in this video is cover the costs in terms of setting up the license, going over the timeline and the process, and then the key takeaways that you should be aware of if you're looking to apply for this license. So a good starting point, and something everyone always asks, is what are the costs? What is required to get started in Labuan? So let's cover that now. Okay, so in terms of costs, a good starting point is the capital, which currently sits at 1 million Malaysian ringgit. Now, this is subject to currency fluctuations, but as of this recording, that is a little over $200,000. Now, an additional cost that licensed exchanges will face is a 20% share capital contribution, which is not related to the paid up capital, which ends up being another $20,000 or so. So you do need a sizable budget if you want to get this license. The other costs that you'll have to factor in are a local office. It's required by almost every regulatory body in the world, so in Labuan it's no different. And you'll need at least 3 local individuals on the ground, meaning these 3 individuals must physically reside in Labuan. 2 of them can be directors, and 1 has to have an IT background. The other costs that you'll face are application fees, government fees, accounting, those type of things. Now, if you decide to work with us, we'll be happy to get you a formal proposal where we break down our charge, the fee that we charge to get the license, and all the other fees that you need to consider. But for the purpose of this video, those are the costs that you should be expected to pay or to consider if you want to get licensing in Labuan. So now I want to jump into the process and the time frame. Okay, so let's say you're interested in applying for this license. What does the process look like? Like, how do you actually get this license in Labuan? Well, the first step is you would have talked to our team, reviewed our proposal. Let's say you decide to go ahead. What happens next? Basically, our team will work with yours to prepare all the KYC documentation that's needed to apply for this license. KYC is just a fancy word for know your client. What does that involve? Probably things you're familiar with, like a copy of your ID, an updated proof of residency, proof of wealth, CV, those type of things. Depending on the structure, we may need to know more about your company if you're looking to apply as a company. We'll take care of all of that and present you the full outline of what's needed. This is the first step where we'll gather all the documentation. Now, once we've had everything, once we've covered all the documentation and reviewed, then we're ready to submit the application officially to the LFSA. Now, once the application is submitted, this is the longest period in the process because it generally takes some months. I wish it would be quicker, but it generally takes a few months for the LFSA to get back. Often they'll have some follow-up questions. You will then need to provide the answers, perhaps gather a document. This is the longest part of the process, as I mentioned, but there is light at the end of the tunnel, of course, because at some point you will get a pre-approval. Now, once the pre-approval happens, then what you need to do is create a bank account, form the company, and find an office. The good thing is our team assists with this entire process, so you don't need to worry. Now, the LFSA will give you 90 days, which is plenty of time, in my opinion, to complete this. And once all of that is set up, then the license is officially approved, and you'll be able to open a corporate account plus a client account, meaning you'll have a bank account set up so your clients can send and receive funds, which is the last step in the process. In terms of how long this takes, our estimates are 5 months at the earliest to 7. Now, each application is unique, so please don't hold me to that. It's just an estimate. What can take longer is basically if the LFSA asks for a document that you may not have and you have to find it, that can drag the process on. So keep in mind these are just estimates, but we'll say around 5 to 7 months. And that's a very quick rundown of the process. Of course, if you're looking to apply for this license, then definitely contact us and we can get into a lot of the specifics and address your questions. So now I want to cover just quickly the major takeaways of Labuan. So if you're looking to get crypto regulation in Labuan, some of the main takeaways and the points to highlight is that Labuan does offer a full regulatory framework for cryptocurrencies, which is great. It means you can operate as an exchange, offering all the products and services exchanges do. And feel free to look up some of the licensed exchanges there as a reference for what's possible. You'll be able to get local banking, a bank account in Southeast Asia. So if you're looking to promote crypto in that part of the world, expand into Asia, or just use Labuan as your launching point, I think it's an excellent place. Now, relative to other regions, the capital is average. There are places that are higher, but the turnaround time is pretty fast. Regulation in Europe is going to take much longer. Labuan is on par with other regions, but I would say the biggest advantage, which I've highlighted upon, is the banking. That's what really makes Labuan stand out and something to consider if you're looking to get this license. So finally, why work with us? Why consider Atomic Consulting? Well, as mentioned, I'm the CEO. I have a passion for markets. I trade myself, and I launched Atomic Consulting 10 years ago. So there's a lot of fly-by-night firms. You'll see a lot of companies come and go. We're in it for the long haul. I've been doing this for quite a while, and I'm not going anywhere. I enjoy everything about markets and regulation, and we'd love to have you as a partner. Not only that, because we've been around for so long, we have plenty of experience when it comes to Malaysia. Our team has done many of these licenses, and I'm not just saying that, I can prove it. If you're very interested in our work, we have dozens of references from all parts of the globe that we can send to from happy clients, some very established, well-known names in the industry. So if you're looking for professional level service, expertise, you've come to the right place. We would love to help you out. So thank you very much for checking out this video. If you did want to learn more about Labuan, to discuss our pricing, the application process, feel free to contact us and visit our site. And if you like this video, if you like this content, make sure to subscribe, share, do everything you can, and I will keep producing more videos on cryptocurrency licensing, regulation, everything related to finance. So thank you very much. Have a great day.